why do we stay in toxic relationships so long, you guys? Many people stay in toxic relationships for a very long time. For me, only way I can like kind of explain this is kind of like from my own journey. And you know what? I'm speaking of this because I saw many people in my life stay exactly in these toxic relationships. They're not happy. They're not getting anything that they want out of this relationship. It's not supported by love. It's a lot of arguments, a lot of judgments, a lot of harsh words being said, a lot of criticizing one another, sometimes it can get very physical, as you know, verbally or physically. People begin to fight. I've seen it all, you guys. And why do people stay in these relationships? I believe there's many reasons why we stay in these types of relationships for so long. One of the number one reasons why I know is that, especially to the people who have kids with this person that they're in a toxic relationship with, is because we think that staying with this person is best for our children. Especially if we grew up in a home where we had a broken family, where our mother and father separated, our mother and father got a divorce, then we grow up thinking like, hey, I want to make sure that my kids have a family. I want my kids to have a mother and a father there. And it's like, that's it, right? I want my kids to have a mother and a father there. It doesn't fucking matter if it's toxic. We don't think like that. We just think that we want them to have something that we didn't get to have, And our intentions are a good thing about it, of course, but it's not the right thing, because when you got children and you stay in a toxic relationship, you got to remember that these kids' brains are recording everything that they're seeing between you guys. So if you guys are in an unhealthy relationship, arguing and bickering and fighting and cursing and all that, your children are going to think that this is normal. They're going to think that this is the way that, that people that are in, together, this is how you're supposed to treat each other. How many of you saw that growing up? You saw your parents arguing and fighting all the time, and you grew up thinking that that was normal. And also another reason why we stay in these types of relationships is because when we've been with a person so long, we start to lose ourselves. We start to lose self-identity of who we are at all. Whatever we thought we were, or whoever we thought we were, that before we entered this relationship, we totally lose ourselves. And as we totally lose ourselves, we start to feel like we are not enough. We start to feel unworthy. We start to feel like no one else is going to want us. We start to blame ourselves and feel like it's all our fault, especially if you're with a partner who's totally blaming you for everything and they're not taking responsibility for their actions and the things that they're doing. And we stay in this place. One of the biggest thing I've heard, because I've actually done these little questionnaires to people and asked them, like, why do you stay in that relationship? And it's like, because nobody else is going to want me, or I put a lot of work into this relationship. I just don't want to give up on it, but it's not getting any better. You're the only one working. It takes two. It takes two people to work together to make a relationship work out. Two people who want the same thing. Two people who gonna both put in the work, not one person. And the people who've said these things, they've said, I put in a lot of work. I don't want to give up on this person, but they're the only ones putting in the work. Like, the other person wasn't putting in any of the work, and there are also toxic relationships where, you cheat on each other. It's like, why do we stay in these toxic relationships and then cheat on each other? It's because it's familiar. This person's familiar. Like, you're comfortable with this person. So it's like, it's so weird, even though whatever's lacking in that relationship, they go outside to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So if something's lacking in that relationship, like I was always a cheater. I was never faithful until now. When I met my soulmate, I was always a cheater. And the reason why I cheated is because I didn't want nobody else to have that person at the time, but I didn't want them. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't really want them, but I didn't want nobody else to have them. And I was very comfortable. And I didn't know how to move on without this person. Every time we would break up, I would always go back. I felt myself continuously always going back, even though it was toxic, even though I was losing myself, even though this person verbally talked crazy to me, really disrespected me, even though I wasn't happy. Every time I went back, the worse it got. Every time I went back, the more worse it got, the more, a little destructive it got, the more I started to feel less of myself. The things we put up with in toxic relationship is not good mentally at all. It's not good, period. Because when you are verbally arguing with somebody that you think you love, it hurts. it hurts, and you start to accept what they are saying. Their perceptions of you, you start to accept them and let them in, because this is someone that you're in a relationship with. So shit, you feel like they know this about you, you know, and you, so whatever they start to tell you in these arguments, or however they start to criticize you, you start to feel that about yourself, and you start to believe it. And this is how we lose ourselves and lower our self-esteem, and start to feel unworthy, start to feel like we're not enough, start to feel like nobody else is going to want us, start to feel like we don't know the way out. And it feels like every time we get out, we keep coming back. You guys, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about love, right? When we are at, like, I think our root chakra, it's something called like a lower level love. And what I call that is why I say lower level love, what I was taught is because it says that love comes with attachments. And it's like, so sometimes we think that we really in love with somebody, but we really attached to what they do for us. We're really attached to them per se. Like, we're really attached to something in that relationship. So we feel like we love them. You know, like, that's why people are in relationships right now today that, oh, he buy me a Gucci bag or a Fendi purse or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can stay with them because they feel that their love has, if they love the person, feel like their love comes with attachments. When you raise up your vibration to your heart chakra, that's what real love is, a higher level love, the real love you really feel and experience. So I just want to kind of break that down a bit, so like people feel like, you know, I really love this person, I don't know how to get away from them, I don't know like, because I've heard that, like, I don't know how to leave them, I really love them, I really care about them. It's just really, you care about that person, and you love what they do for you, you love their company, you love only whatever you feel like you see in that relationship with them, but you don't love how they're treating you. You don't love what you got to go through, especially if you're in a controlling relationship like I was in. Everything was control. If I would get my hair done, it was questioned. Like, why are you getting your hair done? Who you trying to look good for? Like, myself, like, I wasn't able to look good for myself. You know, a lot of times we pick up a lot of weight in unhealthy relationships because we eat our emotions. That's what I done. And it's like, I felt like my mother or my father didn't try to control me in this type of way like this relationship did. Like, I couldn't go places. I had to be back home at a certain time. I felt like I was the only one who really was taking care of my kids. Like, I was entitled, you know, to do all the work because I was the woman, the type of beliefs that people carry, you know. I couldn't really go out with my friends. All these types of things, like when you're in a control relationship, kind of push me to cheat. You know, but the only reason, like, a lot of you don't leave, these are reasons why here on this video, why you don't get out of this toxic relationship. What's the best thing to do? The best thing to do is to let it be. Not to hate one another, but to leave before it gets worse. And when you leave, don't go back. You really got to stand true. You really got to let go of the attachments and the outcome and understand everything that you went through with this person. Learn the lesson from it so that you don't receive the same type of lesson through another person, okay? So learn the lesson from this situation so that you can move on from it. And once you move on from this, stay away. Continue to keep working on yourself because you're going to need some work. There's going to be some work to be put in within you because after being in a toxic relationship, especially for a long time, there's some shit going on mentally and there's some shit going on within you that needs to be looked at and worked on. Like, you're going to have to build up your confidence for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to know that you are enough. Know that you are enough. You're going to have to know that you are worthy of love and you are worthy. You know what I'm saying? And whatever, you know, destroyed you in this relationship, you'll have to work on it. Absolutely. So make sure you become aware of that. So learn the lesson, become aware of what happened in this relationship that totally destroyed you. And again, to you parents, know that it's best for you guys to separate than to have the kids be around this type of toxic relationship, you know. And what I call toxic is any type of arguing and fighting and bickering. And I don't know, nowadays people slap each other. I mean, they always done fighting. I mean, they go all out with it. Sometimes the police got to come. You feel me? And kids don't need to see all that. You guys already know this. I mean, I'm not here trying to tell you what to do with your life, but you already know what the truth is. It's just hard for you to walk away. And maybe you need to hear this from this video that it's the best thing. Maybe this is confirmation for many of you guys because so many people stay in toxic relationships. One of the things people ask me is, how did you walk away from 12 years? How did you walk away from a 12-year relationship? You know what I said? I just did. And what I realize now is I put myself first. It's like, fuck this. I got kids. My kids, thank God, don't remember anything. So leave while you can. The younger, the better. You feel me? It's like, it's not worth it. It's just probably a karmic soul tie, or it's a lesson for sure. Everything that everybody enters our life is not meant to stay there forever. This is a lesson or blessing, even if we have children by them. I mean, it kind of is what it is. And if you're the only one working on trying to better this relationship, bruh, red flag. Okay, if you want, if you have bigger goals and dreams in your life and this person doesn't, red flag. You feel me? All the flags be there. We just like, we don't see them, or we don't pay attention to them, or we disregard them, and we basically put this person that we're in a relationship with on a pedestal above us, and we cater to all their needs, and we don't cater to ourselves, you guys. And that's not good. That's damaging to ourselves. Okay, so they asked me, like, how did you walk away after 12 years? And now, in the state that I'm in now, I can tell you it's because I put myself first, and I realized I had enough. When a woman's fed up, there ain't nothing you can do about it. Same when a man's fed up. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I was fed up and I was done. And I realized that this was going to continue. This person wasn't going to walk away. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not happy. Somebody got to be the bigger person. And I walked away. And I didn't go back. The last time I walked away, I didn't go back. I thought about it. I wanted to. I did not stay strong. And when you got kids with someone, it's hard because you got to still see this person. You got to meet up with this person and all that. You got to stay strong. And you just have to learn the lesson and move on and pick yourself back up. Also, another thing about these relationships like this, it's like, you start to feel like nobody's going to want you. All those things that they said to you, basically. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All those things that were criticizing and harsh and, crucial that they said to you, you'll believe it. If you believed it, it's going to be running through your mind. So one of the main things, like, people go back to is because they're going to feel like, especially if they were told this and nobody's going to want them, they're going to really feel like nobody's going to want them. And then you get lonely, right? You get lonely. I've heard this before. Like, I'll just go back just to sleep with him. I will go back just to sleep with him because it's better than sleep with anyone else. It's just an excuse to go back. When you start to make all these type of excuses just to go back to that person who hurt you, who destroyed you. You feel me? And I'm going to tell you something. They're going to take you back every time. But you want to know something? If you want to know if something is really, if you feel like this person is really for you, but it's just fucked up right now, just walk away, because if it's meant to be, it will come back to you the right way. But I'm telling you, most of the time when this type of stuff goes on, it's just a lesson. It's just a lesson. We just get so attached to this person, to this lifestyle, to we got this together, we got that together, all the shit that doesn't even matter, all the material illusion, fake shit, that doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. What matters is your sanity, man. What matters is you. You feel me? Your mental. You know what I'm saying? You. And if you got kids, your kids, bro. Being sane, right? That's the word I'm looking for. Like, shit. Like, you matter. You matter. The universe wanted you to be here, my friends. You feel me? And a lot of people get stuck in this trap with these type of relationships. And some stay for a very long time. Like, I stayed for 12 years. And some never leave. Real talk. They stay like this. They accept it for what it is, and they accept less, and they accept the abuse. They accept, the verbal, physical, whatever type of abuse that they are experiencing. They just accept it because they feel like nobody's else gonna want me. And some people let go and move on, but they get stuck in a place where they don't know how to date again because they're afraid because of everything that they've been through, and they feel like no one loves them. Nobody's gonna want to really be with them. Nobody's gonna put up with them. Whatever the shit that they were criticized within that relationship just sits there. So that's why it's always important to go in and do the work, and don't open up another door until you completely close that door. And before you, what I mean by that, don't try to get into another relationship because you ended that relationship just to distract yourself, because people do that too. That's not good. Don't do that. So don't open up another door until that door is closed shut, but also don't open up another door until you have fixed within yourself, because if not, you're going to repeat the lesson. That lesson is going to come back to a whole nother person. Okay, so make sure you put the work in before you decide to move on, because you must know you're loving and lovable in order to attract love into your life. You must be loving and lovable and know that. You must know you are worthy. You must know that you are enough to attract love into your life, okay? If not, you're going to attract who you are. So when people move on from one relationship without doing any work to another relationship, they end up with that same type of person and a whole nother body. Okay, like real talk, like no disrespect or nothing. You end up with a whole nother person in the same body, like the same situation, and you ask yourself, how the fuck I keep getting this shit, bro? Why do I keep meeting these old suck ass people? You feel me? I know the type of shit you say when you end up in these types of things. So some people even question, like, you universe, why do I keep ending up with these same type of men? No, same type of women. Why? Okay, first of all, don't feel like, be mindful of your words, okay? Be very mindful of your words, that you're using, why you keep end up with these same type of people, and ask to send in, okay, anyways, we're gonna go deeper into that. Just be mindful of your words, you guys, just straight up like that. So, yes, this is what happens in toxic relationships. This is why people stay in these relationships for so long. I definitely, I hope this was helpful to you guys. I did it for 12 years and I had kids as well with this person. And yes, it was tough. And it started very young. When you're in a young starting relationship into, getting older, come on. It's tough, right? So these are all the things I've experienced for myself as well as from other people. Like I said, I've asked many questions. And to this day, I watch people stay in toxic relationships, not being happy, not putting themselves first, totally losing themselves, totally miserable. And I just feel like everybody deserves real love, And if you're somebody who feel like you're never going to get love because of what you've been through or what was said to you or whatever, you can, baby. Just know you're loving and lovable. I found it. Now I've been in a new relationship for 14 years. You feel me? With my soulmate. And it's nothing like before. So, yes, make sure you learn those lessons and fix yourself so you can get the love that you deserve, because you deserve it, my friend. Again, I hope this video was helpful for you. I love each and every one of you so much. And that's just real talk, and I'm wishing the best for you. And this is one of those topics that I've been wanting to talk about for a very long time. Just kind of just let it be, just speaking the truth, just being real about it, because so many people want to be in a relationship, and so many people are in relationships for all the wrong reasons, and so many people in toxic relationships, for so many, and it even goes deeper to what you saw growing up and what you thought normal. And if your father didn't give you attention and you start finding your daddy, the people you date remind you of your dad, it go deep, bruh. It really go deep, and I'm not going to go all into all these different things about it, but it goes so deep, and that's why it's important to really go within and find out about yourself and learn about yourself and do the work so that you can get the love you want. I love you guys, y'all. If you like this video, please hit that like button as it'll get through the YouTube algorithm and reach out to more people who share an equal exchange of energy, baby. As I'm growing this channel, baby, it means a lot. So thank you so much when you hit that like button, baby. Real talk. If you feel that my videos are resonating to you and you find a message off my videos, consider tapping into the full awareness, love, and light that I share here with you guys each and every day by hitting the subscribe button and that bell, baby. Hey, a lot of people on the planet are starting to wake up to the truth. It's time to wake up to the truth. It's time to wake up to who you are. It's time to really love yourself. And, I know that people say, I'm saying this to those who are curious about awakening or feel like you're on that path, because you got to step on that path and start whenever you're ready, to each his own. But it's just time to see what you probably don't want to see, what you've been turning your eye to. It's time to look at it for what it really is. Look at this person for who they really are and just accept it, baby, because you don't deserve that. You deserve better. I'm not saying that you're better than them, but you deserve a better relationship, okay? Share this video to anyone you want to share this video to. I love each and every one of y'all, man. It's not normal to be in toxic relationships, even though it may seem normal to you because you see it everywhere. I see everywhere on every platform. People want love. They want this certain type of relationship. They want to be loved, but they don't know how, or, they talk about relationships are not real. All these different things I see about relationships that could be very negative. It's just through all people's own experiences of what they've experienced. I'm an example. I'm literally with my soulmate. It's amazing. Real talk. I am an example, and I've been in toxic relationships. So I am an example, and I am giving you hope, my friend, that yes, you can still find love. Yes, people give up on. I did too. Don't block it off, but just get yourself right first, and it'll work out for you. I love y'all, man. Y'all come back to see me. Miss Kelly Travels Bridges checking out. Much love.